number of exactly what it takes. So I just went live on YouTube. So let me get going here. So super excited. Thank you guys for being here. I think we're going to go ahead and get started. We got almost everybody in the room. So when you're jumping on, please let me know where you're watching from. I truly love this part because we literally have people all over the world. And that's the power of what you have today when you are building a business online. You literally can have a global business. You can literally do business all over the world. And you're actually going to hear from people today that are all over the world. So super excited for you and happy Friday. Freedom Friday. And I just hope today, my goal with you is you walk away with really a crystal clear understanding of what it takes to make an income online. And I'm going to really share a cool strategy with you that to me was a brilliant business plan and a complete game changer. So let me get rocking and rolling. I'm going to share my screen here and we're going to get going. And again, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. So today we are covering how to make 30K in 90 days. You're also going to talk to you about how you can tap into the Spanish speaking market, even if you don't speak Spanish. And you're going to hear today why that is so important and how that can just add more income to your family's pocket. Okay. So I have a question for you. Do you know how to launch an online business? Let me know in the comments. Let me know. Do you know how? If you're a guest on here today, do you know how to launch an online business? Melissa from Nebraska. I just was in Nebraska. My son ran there last week. And okay, great. So you guys are in the right place. Because see, here's the problem. It's so easy to get sold on promoting the market. You'll never sell anything, right? And so that was always my problem. I would promote this really awesome, then I had to bother friends and family. And that sucked. And I literally was living in survival mode. Like, it didn't make any sense to me. And I'm a mom that just wants more time and more money to make more memories. My name is Michelle O'Neill, actually the founder of the Legacy Builders program. I'm honored that of 6 kids and a grandma to 5. And time with my family is the most important. I didn't want to learn complicated tech. I just wanted freedom. Let me know in the comments, who just wants freedom? Freedom of your finances and freedom of your time. Who wants to take control of both of them? Let me know. Yes, peace. That's exactly it. And I just wanted to be present with my kids and build something meaningful. So I created this business model that actually works for busy people just like you. And that's why I'm going to share this with you today, because it is, to me, it's a breath of fresh air, and I absolutely love what it's doing for other people. So you're going to see real people that actually get real results.
So when I started last year, these people here that you see on screen in this picture, we actually had something going on around my birthday too. Actually, it was had a little cruise going on with the community. So we do things like this as well in the community, not just tech skills, but nevertheless we do things as a community, like take cruises. Last October, they went from Florida to the Bahamas. I didn't go because I had other things going on, funeral. Uh, there was a lot going on around that time, so I didn't partake in that event. But nevertheless, this is my mentor, Michelle O'Neill. This community that she created, she's the one who hosts some of the live mentoring. She also have other mentors that she get mentored as by mentored to by as well. But nevertheless, I like to put positive vibes out into the universe. And before we really get started, happy Saturday, by the way, Felicia Sabiro. Como te ve? How's it going, everyone? I know just a little bit of Spanish. Y hablo un poco español. Practice a lot. I'm passionate about everything that I do. And for the reading of today is Saturday because I know I was going to play this back a little bit Friday, which this just happened yesterday. Trying to push the opportunity out for you all. But it's not up to me to take the opportunity, it's up to take action. But nevertheless, I don't like to leave people behind. I know it's kind of short notice, so this is the replay. But the opportunity is always available to join the community, to start your own online business. And all you have to do is get your free copy and then take action. Product and program best fit your needs and get started. Join the community. Links below. But as far as the reading for today of September the 27th, 2025, excuse me, it goes like this. Relax in my everlasting arms. Your weakness is opportunity to grow strong in my awareness of my almighty presence. When your energy fails you, do not look inward and laminate the light you find there. Look to me in my sufficiency. Rejoice in my radiant riches that are abundantly available to help you. Go gently through this day, leaning on me and enjoying my presence. Thank me for your neediness, which is building trust bonds between us. If you look back on your journey thus far, you can see that days of extreme weakness have been some of your most precious time. Memories of those days are richly interwoven with golden strands of my intimate presence. What a powerful word for today on this Saturday. It's been a long week for some of you all working, just doing about your daily activities, taking care of your usual responsibilities, just trying to make a way, providing for some of you just surviving. And the week is over with now. It's the weekend. You can definitely look back on some of those moments that were hard and trying and just see how you've overcome. This is a testament to that. People are praying for you, even if you don't pray for yourself, and those prayers do help get you a long way. But nevertheless, this reading was inspired from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, verses 27, and also, last but never the least, the book of Psalms, chapter 27, verse 13 through 14. And it's all about community. You get through things with your family, friends, co-workers, strangers, whomever, however, but we don't do it alone. And that's why I created this community for people like you and me who just want to feel valuable, who want to create things in life and enjoy life, but nevertheless, who want to do it in the sense of a community and who wants a blueprint to learn how to do it, who's just a self-starter because, that's who I am, self-starter, self-motivated, self-made. But I do need help along the way, and mentorship is a wonderful thing that I've added to my life. Being coachable was one thing that I wasn't at first, but learning how to be coachable was another thing that was a powerful tool and a powerful change in my life for me. It was a very hard challenge, nevertheless. Marketing is a addition to Team Angie. We started off with just our consultants, just with our consultancy programs and products, not programs, but products. Both of them actually. Digress on that because I had accessories. So it was about feeling good and looking good. And that was the whole thing about mental health awareness and just emotional stability. And as an addition to that, it was about having stable income. That's what whole Team Angie was created for. Was about me having a shot added digital marketing. I learned how to create multiple streams of income through Team Angie and through digital marketing with Master Resale Right products that I started off with until I ended up creating my own products. So it's been a learning journey, and I never thought that a lot of this stuff would come with this. And I'm just surprised and I'm excited to see what else comes with everything else that I'm challenging myself to take on. The marathon continues. Currently working on I'm currently working on a lot of things, and it's just exciting to be able to have a little time freedom to do these things, do the things that you love, and live the life that you love, and enjoy living. A lot of people are looking for every way to get, and they're running, they're suffering. We're not exempt from suffering, whether you're a Christian or whether you're whatever you are, whoever you believe in, whatever God that you call on. We call on the higher power because we suffer as human beings, and it is what it is. But the way that we deal with it is to deal with it head on and figure out the root of our sufferings and adapt and adjust it the way that we should and supposed to if we're aware and living in awareness and being mindful of what we're engaging in so that we can know what changes to change. Change is inevitable. It's going to happen no matter what. This is a current project. I think I showed you guys already, but I'm learning how to do different little stuff. It's always work in progress, everything, even myself. So, I'm practicing my craft, and that's what it's about. It's about getting started and keep going. One day, eventually, I'll have it all mastered out. But I'm continuously working on every little thing, a little bit at a time, a lot at a time, however, but I'm never going to stop. And I just had a harvest, which I'm really proud of because I know this is about having a dream, having a vision, goals, not only just having those things, but taking time to pursue those things by taking action, taking action towards those goals, those dreams, and sticking with that plan, having tunnel vision. Um, I'm a visionary. I like to plan things out, not only plan things out, but I like to uh, I like longevity. Let's just say that, right? So when I plan for things, when I do plan things, I plan it in a way that it's going to last a long time. And in the meantime, of those things lasting, I'm just resupplying and restocking other little things. So my plans are for some things to work out with other things, and overall, all these things come together like a vehicle, right? My plan is to create the wheel. I'm creating the wheel. I'm creating the dashboard and the steering wheel and all of these parts, and they're all coming together. So that's how I plan many parts into a bigger part. Well, many parts that's a part of a bigger part that's going to last and get me places, right? So to save a little money around this time of year, a few months ago, if I had known now, if I had known then what I know now, would I have got started? Would I have embarked on this journey? Because what I know now is that out of 5 plants that I started, only one made it. Um, I'm very happy with what I do have, and it's just a learning experience. I'm very proud and very happy of the experience along the journey, along the way, because it's been months. But that plan is now coming to pass, and I planned it months ago for this moment to have me put up for the next few months because I have planned through this end times year. I'm celebrating big moments and milestones at the end of this year, just like on September 22nd, Team Angie turned 3 years old. It was our 3rd year anniversary in business. It could be more years, but it could have been longer years, but not taking action was my problem. That's why I'm only 3 years old with Team Angie right now. But I'm happy and I'm proud of that. Nevertheless, my son has a birthday coming up, different events going on, family and friends celebrating anniversaries, my brothers and sisters. My birthday coming up, and then we have holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I want to celebrate them. I want to have things going on for these 10 times a year. Also, I want to leave this year with money in my pocket as I always do, and come into the next year with money in my pocket as I always do. Of course, money on my credit cards and digital currency, but also physical cash as well. in my pocket. And every year, these are certain little rituals I do, if you whatever, right? And yes, I do certain little things. It is what it is. I use energy a certain way. Just like you use a microwave energy up, I know how to use certain energy, and it is what it is. I mean, you know. Uh, so what I like to do is I like to be balanced. Meaning, like when I'm feeling anxiety, I do mantras. Like I'll do my hands like this, and it just brings me back into focus and calms me down a little bit. Certain little things, like it's kind of automatically the way I do it. Um, Certain things like that, like to balance myself when I meditate. Another thing I do with energy, like when I'm feeling too much anxiety or stress, or because I'm a very passionate person, a very I'll say empathetic and empath or whatever, right? I feel deeply. I'm a water sign. Maybe that has something to do with it. Scorpio. Um, so I feel deeply, not only for myself but for others. And all of my feelings I feel most of the time aren't even mine. It's just I can feel other people. I can absorb energy. And sometimes it's too much. Sometimes I have to feelings. Sometimes they are intense. Sometimes they are uh, it's different pools, right? You know, you feel different ways about different things. Maybe I'm feeling sad, maybe I'm feeling happy, maybe I'm feeling anxiety, maybe I'm feeling scared, whatever, right? Different things. When I'm around crowds, sometimes I feel all of those things, or one of it really intense, whatever, right? Sometimes it's just too much, and then I have to retreat to recharge, to recalibrate my own self and my internal self to different differentiate. I can't even say the word. Basically, to tell the difference between what is mine and what's not mine. What I'm really feeling, what I'm really going through, and what I'm feeling that's around me, somebody or close by or far away. Because sometimes it's like that. You know, you could feel somebody's energy is far away. You get like you can, maybe you can, but I can. And what I was getting at is about like the way that I plan. I feel like I want things to be on automatic. Certain things I want to work automatically so that I can focus on other things that do matter, like my mental health, because that's a constant battle if you get it right. Like to be successful, to be the greatest, to be anything that's desirable being, it takes focus. When Superman is being Superman, he don't know he's Superman until afterwards because when something he's passionate about that's going on that he's valuable to, you know, he's this is another thing about knowing yourself and knowing your purpose in life and pursuing your purpose and passions in life because most of the time your purpose is your passion. And you can be passionate about different things and pursue those different things. But anyway, he's passionate about saving people and justice. So when he becomes Superman, in those moments, he don't think about, oh, what do I got to do to be Superman? I'm just being myself. I just transform, not me, but him and everybody, right? You just transform. You get that job done. You don't question what you need to do. You just get busy and you take action. Time and time again, you decide to keep doing it until it's who you become, a part of your DNA. And when you're not in that moment of taking action, when it's just on auto, you forget that you're a Superman because you're Clark Kent again. You're having a regular type of life and you're not having to perform per se. So I'm really just running all over the place. I should have put some notepads down. But anyway, I'm thinking about how I got started with Team Angie and what I've been going could have been started, and the mindset. Um, it takes a strong mindset to be an entrepreneur. It's not for the weak, is what I'm really trying to say overall, and just to have a insight of the mind and how most entrepreneurs think. This is complex as it is kind of how it goes. But as back to like how I say I feel deeply and stuff like that, like that's how I get my intuition. And back to what I was saying about energy, all of these things ties in together because this is how you protect your mindset. Because it takes a lot of energy to be mindful of these things. That's why I'm kind of all over the place because it's a lot that goes with it. It's not no cut dry thing. It's a complex practice that you have to choose day to day. Even with spirituality, that's why a lot of people only believe in Christ because they don't want to truly get to know Christ. They don't want to commit to that lifestyle. They don't want to commit to that relationship. And it's really not that difficult. It's really not that. Um, what can I say? Like it's not a sacrifice for real. Like you don't really have to give much up. You don't have to give anything up, but a little bit of time. And within that time, you spend thinking different. That's how you end up changing. And the more you spend time thinking different, seeing different points of view, you have no choice but to change. It's because like you continuously see the world differently. Like when I was saying with Superman, right? He spent time with his creator. When he goes in that room with those diamonds and those crystals, and he's talking to his creator. If you ever seen that part, because it's important. That's how he spent time getting to know himself, spending time reflecting, and that time is important. 20 minutes out of your day, put your phone down, your TV off, going out in nature, ground a little bit, like for real, seriously. These things are important for that mindset and these practices and how you protect your energy. And why I was saying what I do with energy and why it's important, why I even brought it up is because, like, when I was getting back to meditating, right? Um, what I would do when I'm feeling like all of these energies, what I was talking about, because I don't know how else to put it, but I was born this way. I feel deeply. And that interferes with my creativity from time to time and my productivity from time to time. And plus distractions and just life, period. Besides the internally shit that I go through it and deal with or whatever. But this is how I get over and continue to carry on. Anyway, right? So what I do when I'm feeling these things and I know it's not me, or if it is me, just whatever, when I need to recalibrate, meditate, how I do so is I just basically, I've been doing it so long for years and years. It's really not that hard for me to do these things, but for me to say it, it sounds easy. But for you to start practicing is practice. It's the more you practice, the easier it gets. But what I do is first focus on my breathing so that I'm just breathing naturally without even forcing myself to breathe naturally. I like to do deep breaths in. I like to breathe in a lot of the universe because air is universal energy. And the more you breathe in, the more it can come through you to allow you to create and have space to create. And then when you push out through your mouth, releasing what's in you, all of the toxics, all of the stuff that's blocking, you able to recharge this way. I feel like I look at it like this, right? When I'm doing these things, I'm a water bottle full of water, but I was like a water bottle that's open, no cap, right? Full of water, but um, I'm contaminated just a bit to flush that contamination out. So what I would do is I would tap into the universe, and I feel like when you refill or whatever, is like the way that I can explain it is like you put your bottle down on the tip of the water fountain, and then it's spraying out, and it's just pushing all of the water out, you overflowing. And when you breathing in, this is how I picture it. Like I'm overflowing. I'm filling in from the bottom, the fresh air, the fresh water, coming all the way through the top of my mind from all of the toxins that's clouding my mind and my emotions and everything that's weighing me down, and just pouring it out and back into the universe, spilling out everything that's tainting me until I'm pure and clear again. And I do this deeply, like, I'm taking in deep drips of water from life, and I'm just blowing whatever out that's toxic out of my mouth, and I'm breathing in deeply. And I'm doing this until, so this is one thing I'm doing just deeply until I can, until I'm filling in and out until I'm to the point where I actually disperse liquids from my body, like my eyes will get watery. Sometimes it will feel like you have to piss or take a number two, like really, you really flush yourself. And this is how you get it and go into deep meditation to be able to have a little bit of peace, to have that clarity to deal with the stresses of the daily day activities in life, engaging in life, right? So that's just one part of it. Until that's like, I'm breathing in deep, I feel like I'm clear and I'm a little light. Your body will go through physical changes when doing this. It's no light thing. And I warn you all to really, like, it's no joke. If you ever going to meditate, just take it serious and do it right, and you'll really feel the effects. It's a really healthy tool to use as far as managing stress and anxiety. It's just one tool of many. But anyway, it's important as well because time alone is time itself. It's the only way you get to know yourself. And if you're afraid to spend time with yourself, you are already too far disconnected with yourself. And I challenge you and encourage you just to spend 10 to 20 minutes a day getting to know yourself without the clutters of the world, the noises of the world, chasing after people, places, or things to fulfill yourself. This is true fulfillment. When you truly know yourself and you can be confident in who you are and what you add to this world without the material things. And I had did a video and a nice little video about that, about consumerism and how it gets the mindset off track and off balance, off rhythm with the universe. What it does, in case you do want to know, it puts us on a place of judgment. You won't deal with somebody because of how they look, because of what you feel they're worth. And you won't know what anybody's worth if we all walked around bare skin. Now it's like, how do you choose to deal with somebody? You know, do you look at them as how much value do you have? Because you don't. That's when we truly get to know people, when we get to know the mind and the character and the being of a person without judging who you relate to, what they have, and basically trying to assess how much a person's value is. But anyway, back to what I was saying about meditation, getting to know yourself, spending time with yourself, and I'll get back to the webinar in a bit. This is really for those who take action, because what come with this is not for the faint. That's why a lot of people never really decide to own their own business or get started with any really turn into their mainstream income. But it's always important to have multiple streams of income, especially if you don't own the stream of income that you're receiving. That's the difference between wealthy and rich people. Wealthy people, they create the streams of income. Rich people receive the income from high income earning jobs, whatever, right? But anyway, with meditation, the next important part is just freeing your mind. It's not an easy thing to do. Certain thoughts that come that you don't want to deal with, that you want to entertain. Certain parts of who you are, you may not like. And if you want to continuously be that same part that you don't like, or if you want to continuously run from it. But this is the moment where you face yourself and you just either face yourself or run away, because that's a moment where you'll stop your meditation, or if you decide to face yourself, that's the moment you will have clarity and you'll know exactly what to do next. And your mind will just keep on coming with solutions, coming with parts of you that you have to face, parts of you that you may not like. And it's a heavy burden to hold on to when you never really face yourself and you hold on to trauma, unresolved issues, things like that. That plays a major part of your success. Success is 90% mindset. And like I was, body is just about their don't think about it too much. They continuously practice their craft. Like Superman, he don't know he's Superman until he's done being Superman. He's practicing his craft. Now he's back to Clark Kent. MJ not MJ when he's not on the court. He's Michael Jordan, and so forth, right? And those are their stories to tell. Your legacy is for you to start and leave. That's how you feel valuable in the world when you're doing the things that you truly love, and you're making an impact in other people's life. This is true reciprocity, adding value to places, people, and things. That's what this community is all about. Live mentorship is all about reciprocity. The way that we give information to each other, we give each other a boost with these 90-day challenges to get going, to have a little be to be your own boss that you desire to be. Learning from a self-made millionaire um, mentor, Michelle O'Neill, who was just leading the webinar, who we'll get right back to in just a bit. And she's a really cool woman. She runs her own business. She has a lot of different business ideas. And like I said, like I'm doing a lot of different business stuff, and it takes a lot of time to do these things. But nevertheless, we do them, we get it done, and we enjoy what we do, no matter how long it takes, no matter what it takes. We don't sell out. We true to what we do, and we pivot off each other. We learn from each other because this is a very competitive business. It's a competitive nature by nature. You see your peers doing really well. Sometimes you might not be doing well. It's easy to give up. It's very discouraging at times when you're putting your best foot down and you're not learning or you're not getting results that you think you deserve or desire. And it's confusing, distracting. When you're not focused and it's hard to focus. But for any great person that consider to be great, is just how much they can focus throughout all the distractions, throughout all of the doubt, throughout all of the things. Because these moments will come, and these moments to the my garden a few months ago. Why it's important to have plans, why it's important to have goals, why it's important to have focus, why it's important to have this type of mindset so that you can know without a doubt that you're capable of doing these things, and why these dreams matter, to be focused on them and not to, stop your marathon, because nobody's successful ever stop. They always set the bar a little high and they hit that bar, and they set a little higher and hit that bar. They keep achieving higher goals. Just like your favorite actor, your favorite musician, your favorite politician, they move up positions. And that's just how life is. We're designed to grow and multiply, not just as people, but as in positions and places and things, adding beauty to things. This is true reciprocity when you add to stuff like that. And that's what it's all about. And that's who I am. And that's what I'm about. The type of people I like to deal with when we're building hustlers, entrepreneurs. I love people that have different business ideas. It's nice to talk to creative people and just to get a little spark from them and give a little spark back. We spark each other up. It's like firecrackers. I will light you up and you can light somebody else up because somebody lit me up. And that's how we do it. That's what this 90-day challenge is about. And that's what this webinar is about. And that's what Moshe, apologize, Michelle O'Neill is about. She's about starting that fire. She is the fire. She's been lit ever since I haven't met her physically. We haven't really talked like that, but I do attend the trainings. She's always having the training. She's always available. And she managed a lot of things, and she's still here. Like I was reading about this, like, what people, are available. My president, I can't call dude, can't call a mayor. This Bible was telling me, like, he's the King of Kings and he's available. People, they act funny, they have success, they ride the high horse. They don't see you as valuable. They don't know. They'll count you out until they turn around and have to count you in. This lady's not like that. She's accessible. She's here and she wants you to ask questions just like Christ. Not comparing her to Christ at all. I'm just saying it's nice to have somebody like this because I've tried to go to many programs. I've been through many programs, and a lot of people left me hanging. Once I paid the tuition or whatever, they got my money. People borrow whatever and leave me drinking. They want to run through my resources, and you'll think like, why should I even try? But why? Because one bad decision from somebody hurting you intentionally or unintentionally, it can be discouraging, but that's just a moment in time. And that's a learning thing, as far as having more discernment, because it's something to learn from that. Like, okay, maybe I should have waited and dealt with somebody. Maybe I should have did a little more research, but nevertheless, I learned from this experience and I'm happy I had it now other than later. And I know how to protect my money more, different things like that. So it's always a way to look at a situation because you don't want these things to bring you down. You're going to go through a lot of things as well and deal with a lot of shiesty people because the way they see your success. But nevertheless, it's your marathon for you to get started. You're going to deal with these type of things. It's the type of stuff that comes with this. A lot of people won't really tell you, but even your peers, they will, copy you. Like I was saying, people will count you in and count you out. Then they're going to need your help to do what you're doing, or they're copying you. People funny, people weird, but at the end of the day, like people are human. You have to have patience with them, give them a little grace, like Christ has grace with us, and just learn from people. You learn to deal with them, or you learn to deal. You learn not to fuck with them, whatever, right? Hard. To have those moments when you losing people because of death, or you losing people because of just they not growing the same with you. You're not growing together, so you're growing apart. But nevertheless, this is a nice woman to have on your team if you're looking to have mentorship because she's the mentor and she's leading us in the right direction. I've been having a lot of success besides my personal struggles that I go through and things that I deal with. But as far as my company growing, in my third year in business, my first year was trying to handle my situations. I was on a run, so I wasn't doing much, but I was selling accessories. I was basically having some hand products so I could move around with, make money with, and that was fun. But that type of lifestyle, with all that going on, it's hard to have peace of mind. It's hard to think clearly, and it's hard to keep up with shit. You certain stuff just don't feel important to you at the time because you're not in that mindset to deal with that stuff. You're in survival mode, and survival mode does this to you. It blinds you from other things that are truly important to help you grow. So that's why I talk about mindset a lot because that mindset can keep you stuck, and it also can stop you from prospering and stop you from moving ahead when opportunities are right there. Like my opportunity was in my lap. I had it, but it slipped out because I wasn't aware. I was focused on the wrong things, and that mindset of survival was keeping me blind from the things that I already had, thinking I need to go after other things. Which I had a nice situation going on, either way it go, but it was what it was. I had to do what I had to do, and that's a part of my past. And I can look back and say, like I just read this book. I can look back and say I didn't never think that I would make it through those times. It was challenging, nevertheless. But the way that I presented myself and the way that I always present myself, you'd never really know what I was dealing with, how I dealt with it. And it is what it is, the marathon. So that's what it's really about. But these people in the photo, yeah, we was just on a cruise last year, trying to do something else this year. But this year has been wild. Priest opened those doors last year, the end of last year, been back to back chaotic, and the worst has yet to come, in my opinion. I just feel like whatever though, but I mean, it's getting ugly. It's been ugly, but there is still hope at the end of the tunnel if you creating your own way. You can't for real.
Adults without the hustle and without the grind. You're actually going to hear from Tim today. He literally just posted this a few hours ago, and he has already made $2,700 before 9:30 a.m. He goes, so I had to go golfing. Well, he better be on here. He's probably going to share with us from the golf course, right? But that's what I love, because he has literally got his time back with his family. And that's the most important thing. I'm not here to show you how to work harder. I'm here to show you how to simplify things and work smarter, okay? Look at Cheryl. She goes, I had my first $900 sale in 7 days of launching her business. She didn't know how to grow a business 7 days ago, but she followed our process and made $900 in 7 days. How many of you that do not have an online business yet, if you could make $900 even in your first month, would that make a difference in your life? I think it's pretty cool. When I did network marketing, if I got a customer, I made $9. I traded making $9 for 900. It just made sense. I like this, 900 in 2 days. This is what I'm talking about. This is passive income. This is what we teach you how to achieve. And you guys will hear from other people today that are going to share their story. We're not saying you can have these type of results. We're not even guaranteeing you anything, because I can't. I don't know the effort or energy you're going to put in it. But I'm going to share with you a proven process that has grown a community to 56,000 people. So yes, the process does work. But here's the problem, okay? This is truly the problem. Let's just get real and raw right now. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything for you. Most side hustles are just that, more hustle. They pay very little and require lots of time and often leave you exhausted. How many of you ever tried to do something before and you were exhausted or overwhelmed and you're like, this isn't worth it? Am I the only one? Because that was me. I felt guilty taking time away from my family to make $9 on a lip gloss, right? And in traditional businesses, they need a huge startup cost and inventory or skills that you don't have time to learn. So I spent a lot of time searching on YouTube and Googling, trying to find the best way to do it. So I'm going to share with you, because what if there was a simpler way? What if you could build a business that actually works with your life instead of against it, and teaches you how to market? Because that's why most businesses never make money. There are so many really great coaches out there. There are so many really great products, but they don't know how to market. And without marketing, there's no money to be made, okay? So most online business models fail busy people because they require, right? I literally cringe when I think of having to do that again. And phone calls and text messages and constant selling and complicated tech setup. That's why a lot of people quit, right? But the truth, you do not need more tasks on your plate. I'm going to tell you what, you need to eliminate things. You need the right tasks that actually produce income. And that's because people are not taught to market. Okay, they're taught to, oh, you need to direct message. Oh, your friends will value this. If you don't share this with your friends, you're not doing them justice out there. And that's why so many people cringe when they think about making money online. I'm going to share this with you. You never have to do that. Matter of fact, when I launched my business on TikTok, nobody even knew I did. And that was such a breath of fresh air. I just went out there and was able to build a wildly successful business off of a brand new TikTok. Okay? Because with the right system, you can do that. And you can follow a 2-hour workday. I'm actually going to break that down for you today, because once you understand how you can get your income earning activities done in 2 hours a day, you can put 30 minutes here, 30 minutes in here, and you can truly live your life and have a business in the background working for you 24/7. That's what I've always dreamed of. So let's go. Let's start breaking it down. But let's start with, why is this different? Right? You've heard other things before. There's a lot of ways to make money. So why is this so different? Well, here's why. You get to keep 100% of your profits with master resale rights. That's huge. You're not making 80% or 70% or 50% or 20% or 10%. You are putting 100% of the profits in your pocket. And you don't have to chase friends and family. And you don't need tech skills. And it's scalable, meaning you can grow from $100 days to $900 days and beyond. Okay. So here's how it works. It's a grow and automate a profitable online business and get your income earning activities done in just 2 hours a day. So here's the key. It's the master resale rights. So let me share with you what does that mean? Because when I discovered master resale rights in 2022, it changed my family's life. Never in my wildest dreams. Matter of fact, when I launched into the digital marketing space, I literally was like, oh my gosh, if I can just make 54,000 a year and have more time with my family, that will pay my bills. But because of master resale rights, because of having a strategy to follow, I made 6 figures in 6 months and my first million in 17 months. And if I look at the amount of, this is huge what I'm getting ready to share with you, because if I look at the amount of customers I got, and if I would have had the exact same amount of customers in network marketing, I would have made like $12,000 instead of a million in 17 months. I'm going to repeat that because that's why people don't think online businesses work. It's not about the volume of customers. It's about you sell something that is in high demand and that you make 100% of the profit. So if I would have done the exact same amount of customers in network marketing, what took me 17 months to do in digital marketing, where I made $1 million, I would have made 12 or 11, I think it was like 11,000. I don't know. I wrote it down because I literally got sick when I heard that. So that's the difference. It's not you. It's not you. You are worth having success. You can have success. You're just lacking with the right system and the right strategy, right? So let's talk about what master resale right means. It's not affiliate marketing where you earn a small commission. You actually own the resale rights. So every time you make a sale, you keep 100% of the profits. It's like owning your own digital store, right? You have your own digital store without having to create the product or without having to share your profits with anybody, without having any overhead or any expenses whatsoever. Now, these are the 4 different programs. Now, why 4? Because I believe one size doesn't fit all. We are a global business. And that's the other thing that's exciting. When you promote something that is a digital, interactive online program, it literally can be sold all over the world. So our Launchpad product sells for $100. It's a great way to launch an online business. Our Passive Daily Pay Blueprint, this gives you the blueprint to learn how to make $300 a day. Imagine if you could make $300 a day. I mean, I'm a mom of 6 kids and I was like, oh my gosh, if when my kids were little, if I could just make $300 a day, that's $109,000 a year. As a stay-at-home mom, that would have changed my life, right? Our digital mastery program gives you a $600 a day digital marketing skills. And then our Legacy Builders program, it's called Legacy Builders because it's to help you leave a legacy. We are done with the generational struggle. Our community is all about helping you create generational wealth and stop that curse of just thriving, being broke, having to work until you die. We're done with that. And the Legacy Builders program literally helps you leave a legacy because it teaches you how to create multiple income streams without adding more work. I don't know who doesn't want that, right? That's what we love about that. And not only do you get to keep 100% of the profits, you have a complete educational program to help you build the skills you need to grow your successful business. That's what's lacking. People don't know how to market. They don't know how to build a successful business. So the goal is to help you be able to leave a legacy for your family. So what's your legacy? Have you ever thought about that? Or are you like I was 3 years ago. I was so in survival mode. I was just trying to pay the bills. I was just trying to see if I had enough money to buy my son a new pair of shoes. I wasn't thinking of leaving a legacy. Can anybody relate to that? Well, we're here to change that. Because with the way the world is today, with everything going digital, so can you if you're willing to learn the skills to launch and grow a successful online digital business. So in the Legacy Builders program, I show you exactly how to do this in 2 hours a day. Here's why. Structure equals freedom, right? If you can learn to get really, really good with your income producing activities, that gives you more freedom. And that's what I love. I love that for you. I don't want you to grind. I don't want you to hustle. I want you to have more time to make more memories with your family or make more memories doing the things that you love. So your daily pay blueprint, it includes growing your audience, attraction marketing. So no having to bother friends and family, no having to direct message people. You don't have to do that to make money. And it teaches you how to build a connection, engaging your audience. I can show you how to take a brand new account on social media. Don't even connect your friends. Nobody even needs to know. And I can show you how to build a connection that know, like, and trust with complete strangers. That's how I've grown my entire business. And offer solutions so people want to buy from you. It's inviting them into your business. And that's it. There's no 12-hour days. Just 2 hours of focused income activities.
And that's no lie. Like when I started this program a year ago, and Team Angie is 3 years old. We're a consulting company, private personal consultant. On top of that, I advocate for mental health awareness. So overall, I'm a consulting company, a consultant. That's what the company is registered as, public relations. But as an extension, we add all type of things. Right now, we're big on digital marketing and always advocating for mental health awareness. But nevertheless, what I learned since I've been doing digital marketing was exactly what she said, how to take a brand new account, get monetized, and turn it into a source of income. It's what I did with TikTok before they demonetized and took my account away. It's what I'm learning to do with YouTube. That's why I've been on here so much. If you new to my channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share my videos. And also been monetized on Facebook. I'm not as active on Instagram as I was before, but I mean, things are going on. Times are changing. If I had a better phone, I'd probably be on Instagram more. But I definitely know how to grow an audience, and that's what you learn. I've just been doing this for 1 year. If I had 3 years in like her, I'd probably be, you know, as far as 3 years in digital marketing. But I'm proud of her. Like she monetized on YouTube. I'm working my way. But the thing is, like she said, and the best thing about this is digital blueprint. Me, I'm all over the globe. My videos are working for me 24 hours a day. I got multiple chances of having multiple success. Meaning all these videos that I put out, this is why I'm doing this now, because this year has been tough. Like everybody knows, a lot of stuff been going on. But to give up was not the best thing to do. Because this year I've been grinding. I'm still grinding, doing these videos every day. While people who want to do this and haven't started, or who have started and stopped, it's just about timing. When my time come, my time will come. But my time won't get here if I never give myself a chance. So next year, I'll be doing it a bit different. But I'll have enough work out there to reach my perfect customers times. And that could be the spark to just light it off, and for me just to blow up like that. And that's all it takes for many people, for one of those videos to reach the right person, and then just to go on and on like that. And it's about having that right video, the one that's going to make you money, because this is why we do this. This is digital marketing, promoting our products through digital platforms. And if you have digital products, that's even the better. You can digital market for physical products, but it's just more work. You'll have to have people here, send them there, and do all of this other stuff, right? That's why I just deal with digital products because it's strictly online. I don't have to do too much work. Like she said, that's not what we're about. We're about time freedom and business automation, having our businesses work for us. And we teach you the strategies of how to set up a business that works for you and not the other way around. That's why I do this every day because this is my work. Me making these videos for it to reach my potential customer and for that to be my source of income. That video, that live, that snippet, that short, that reel, that whatever, right? That I put out as far as marketing my digital products, that's going to bring me an income for whatever products that I was marketing. And that's the beauty of this business because at any given time, anybody can see those and start purchasing at any given time. They don't have to call me to purchase. Everything is online. It just makes sense. Just like you go to Amazon and you order online, it's just like that. It's no different. For those looking to learn high income earning skills, that's what this is about. This is what you purchase. Just like if you go to school and purchase your education in college or your parents purchase it for you, it's still fee to be paid for your education. For specialized knowledge. This specialized knowledge is about finances and how to upstreams of income. So that's just exactly what it is in short and layman's term. That's what digital marketing is online that you can access online. And y'all was doing your school online, or when you do different little boarding for your jobs online, different little courses like that. That's what this is. And let me show you an example of what it looks like, what an e-course will be like. They're simple little videos that you watch step by step, and they're in order for you to watch to have your system set up. They're all strategically placed in order for you to go like this. Just like a 1, 2, 3 coloring book where they give you the colors in order and you just go, 1, 2, 3. It's really as simple as that. As long as you know how to have at least like a comprehension level, of what you've read and understanding, you straight. If you know how to ask questions because you're stuck and you're not afraid to ask questions, or if you want to just join the community, join the lives and hear people express their concerns or their grievances or what they might be going through, they might be similar situation as you and you can get the answer like that. But anyway, I'm gonna just go through one of these real quick. Let me show y'all. All right, yeah. So yeah, this is what an e-course look like. These are different lessons, different topic lessons. How to set up GoDaddy, how to create your email box, payment gateways that you'll put your payment gateways in. And then the videos will be right on the side. And once you complete this course, you'll be done learning how to set up your payment gateway. Click the video, you watch it, you mark it.
All right, and in this tutorial, we're now going to teach you how to open up a Square account. Now, before we jump in, a couple of things that I want you to keep in mind before you keep going. US, it is available in main countries outside the US.
And basically on there, she's just telling you how to set up your, how to get paid if they want to buy your products. Because I have payment plans available as well. Like if you want to buy now, pay later. Like I got that set up as well. And they talk you through these videos. That's what these courses about. And of course, beginner, what is passive income, what is master resale rights, how to set up the website and everything and so forth, and all of the skills that you need to learn about being monetized, how to get monetized, how to even the social media account. You really don't know, like really from scratch. This is a done for you business. It teaches you everything. Of course, things you're going to know, so you can skip through it, but It just gets you all the way going. It gets you set up straight. It's a solid foundation to start from as you build and grow on your own. Because just the product or program or service doesn't mean that you're going to get automatic results. You have to put work in it. The knowledge not going to just jump in your head. The results not just going to jump into your hands. It takes practice. It takes patience, but it takes effort nevertheless. And also, while you learn making another side hustle, let me share one more money making activity with you all. And this is another thing that I do on the side. Of course, this is an investment, like everything, but I'm an investor and I invest in different money making activities. Have multiple streams of income. So yeah, um, this Robinhood, this another side hustle, passive income off of. I'm gonna share the link. The down move, it went down to wait, that's not it. I gotta see on here. What is it? So it went down to 93. It's making a moves now on the 27, like I was telling y'all about. At 59. I guess I bought in again. So we're getting ready to do these moves over here. Like there. Something else this date. November 3rd. So I guess it's getting ready to go here for a while. For a little. Just keep an eye on it. It's another one too. Let me show you this last thing. Well, that's my phone. It's a lot of not even on here. Let me see if I can find one real quick. And we already there. Um, main ones like all of these. That's why I have multiple multiple accounts that I invest in because like you'll miss opportunities just thinking it's the only one and whatever, right? Just because you're making money on here, don't do another one. Nah, as many as you know of, I would because I'm making money off this one. And it's not to brag or anything. This is to give you options and ideas on why I do this and why a lot of people engage in this type of activity because it's a side hustle, it's a income. It could be a main source of income. It is a main source of income for some people. Some people do this full time. But only reason I was saying the different ones because like they got low prices, like this way below $1. And these eventually hit $1 or they eventually hit 200 or 1,000. Like you see, Bitcoin was like around this price at one point, $7, 60 cents. 5 years later, 100,000. Well, no, not it was 10,000 5 years ago. But if you was to spend 10,000 when they was giving out the PPP loans, if somebody was smart, they would have bought one Bitcoin. 5 years later, they would have made $100,000 profit, and that's facts. And this is the thing I was talking about as far as planning, having plans and long-term goals. If you can think that far, if you have a little bit of patience, because just like this year long with me building YouTube and building my digital marketing. Even last year, I took some breaks for mental health and just so much going on. And so really, I feel like this year was like my first year, kind of, sort of, because I knew I was like falling off and I was needing breaks. It was just too much. I had to take a break. And even this year, I thought it would be like, okay, I could start fresh, but I needed a break. Um, it's just a lot. So that's why I do these energy practices, because it drains me from time to time, like just going through changes in life. Sometimes you gotta just embrace it, because you can really fuck up your future and your opportunities by reacting the wrong way to life's changes. And if you're not emotional or intelligent, you'll allow these changes truly and put yourself in unwanted situations. I've been there. People will test you as well. You gotta block a lot of stuff out. You like let a lot of people go. And just like, just move different. Separate yourself if you want different. And if you want different amounts of money, different types of wealth, you gotta invest in different type opportunities. It's just what it is. Working the same job, hoping you become the manager or the CEO or the boss one day is not the way to do it. I mean, back in the day, maybe it used to happen, but nowadays it's not going on. It's not really what you want from life, though. But anyway, this all they have here. There's a nice little list to choose from. These are multiple streams of income. You could invest in every one of them, and make a profit off every one of them. But the best thing to do is to buy one coin and multiple of them, because they all cost different prices depending on how much you put in, how much you get out. Like these 20 cents, you might want to buy 1,000 for like I don't know. I ain't finna do no math right now. But what I did do and what I do have is a couple million of Peppy coins, almost 3 million, because it's cheap right now. And this could be one of those 5-year things where these millions go to $1 and I have, where is my quantity right here? 2,900,000, 901,050. So yeah, that's that. Even when they $3 million. So we'll do some numbers real quick. I have my little genie come do the math. Sometimes my genie ain't available, but it is what it is. My little AI consultant. But yeah, these just a few examples. I ain't gonna bore y'all. It is what it is.